Yo, a lot of people forget this run that Wiz Khalifa was on back in 2008 to 2010.
Nowadays, everybody think they big chiefers just cause they heard that new tape from Wiz Khalifa.
This is the all-time run in hip-hop. You guys will probably know it more if you see the album covers. There's Star Power, Burn After Rolling. This was a huge mixtape, man. And then all of this led up to Kush and Orange Juice, which was the most popular mixtape of all time when it came out. A lot of people forget that Wiz Khalifa was like one of the most popular rappers at one point. When he was coming out, I'm not talking about in terms of sales, because I know nowadays people relate everything to sales. In terms of popularity amongst hip hop, at one point, Wiz Khalifa was like #1 or #2 most popular. When Kush and Orange Juice came out, it was the biggest mixtape of all time. It crashed Dat Piff, which is where everyone got their mixtapes at the time. It crashed the sites, it crashed the server, which I don't think we had ever seen anything before that. Wiz Khalifa, he pioneered the vlog series, like the day-to-day stuff. He was doing that early. He was doing the day-to-days, like going into the 2010s, he was doing that. This is really like when social media started really taking off, like Twitter. I don't even think Instagram was around at this time. Snapchat definitely wasn't around. Like this is, a lot of people don't give Wiz Khalifa these props. What makes Wiz Khalifa's run so great was that he did it without Drake. So we all know about this era of music, 2008 to about 2011, 2012. This is the era where Big Crit came out, Kendrick came out, Nipsey, Freddie Gibbs, Drake, Nicki Minaj. We had so many great rappers, Wale, you know what I mean? And then we still had the older rappers dropping great music. Rick Ross he was an older rapper. He was out in the early 2000s, but he was just now catching fire. Fabulous dropping some of his best mixtapes. Jay-Z, Kanye West dropping some of their best work. Kanye West dropped Dark Fantasy during this era. So all of this, and then we had this huge new crop of great young new rappers. The Kendricks, the Coles, etc. Wiz Khalifa, though, amongst all of the newer rappers, he never took the Drake stimulus package. Never. And I don't think he gets credit for this. Name any rapper you can think of who has been rapping since 2010. They've all used Drake to some point. Kendrick was on Drake's first album, Kendrick was on Drake's second album, which I never really understood. He's on the song Buried Alive Interlude. And even back then, I was like, Kendrick, like, you gotta understand, like, Kendrick's and Drake's fan bases were always like competing entities. If you listen to Drake, you were probably a Wayne fan and you like mainstream rap. If you listen to Kendrick, like in 2011, 2012, you were definitely into underground rap. So naturally, the underground rap people, they are opposed to the mainstream rap. That's just how it's always been. So even when Kendrick was on the Drake Take Care album, I saw the feature. I'm like, Kendrick, like what? And then the song sucks. Like Buried Alive Interlude, the song is like not even good. It's not memorable at all. The song has no motion. It has no aura. It's just, I don't even know why that song exists. But Kendrick used Drake. Then he put Drake on his first album, Good Kid, Mad City. He's on the song Poetic Justice, Kendrick, Drake. Coles used Drake. Who did I just name? Rick Ross. All these artists used that Drake stimulus package to some degree. Drake was the biggest rapper. This is like the Drake stimulus package. This is why Drake is a hip hop legend. There was a time where you put Drake on your song, or if Drake appears on your song, you could create a whole career off of that. So everyone that you can think of who someone used Drake, except this guy, Wiz Khalifa. You've never heard Wiz Khalifa with a Drake feature. You've never heard Drake with a Wiz feature. You've never seen Drake take Wiz Khalifa on tour, like Drake took Kendrick on tour. Drake took A$AP Rocky on tour. All these guys that are beefing with Drake, Drake has helped them at some point. Say what you want about Drake, but this is true. Except Wiz Khalifa. And the thing about Wiz is Wiz not only never used a Drake feature, I think Wiz Khalifa, let's look this up. I think he actually denied being on Drake's tour. I think Drake might have invited Wiz Khalifa on tour, and Wiz was like, I'm good, which is crazy to think about doing in the 2010s. You're not gonna take that free money. That's like a dude, that's like being offered the Super Bowl halftime show and being like, no, I'm good. Like, what? Wiz Khalifa, Drake, tour. Let's see if this is true. Yeah, this is from 2010 on Rap Radar. Wiz Khalifa declines tour with Drake. August 2010, this is that blog era. During Drake's Ustream session last night, he invited Wiz Khalifa to come on board his Light Dreams and Nightmares tour. Although Wiz is flattered by the gesture, he respectfully declined since he's set to embark on his own Wake and Bacon tour. So most people would be like, I got a tour scheduled, but Drake, biggest rapper in the world, he invited me, hottest rapper in the world too. Like anything Drake touched at that point is going crazy. People was loving Drake. Which is like, nope, I'm doing my own thing. Me, Chevy Woods, Currency, Sledger and Cardo, it is what it is. Just the fact of Cuz even extending his hand and me being on his radar is tight. It just lets me know what I'm doing, what I need to be doing. But I think to keep me popping and keep me relevant, I gotta stay building on top of what I'm doing and what I've been doing. He's like, thanks for the basically, let me translate this. Good looking out, Drake, no shade. But I'm not gonna get popping because I was on tour with you. I'm gonna get popping because I was doing what I was doing. No disrespect to him or anybody else who might want to see me do more collaborative things, but I need to keep building my brand strong. Yes, sir. We can do something like special dates or some surprise guest type things, but I need 10 mil to Drake. So this is what Drake does to rappers. Drake will Lil Bro you. And these are his peers. But he'll Lil Bro you. See, now Drake can Lil Bro rappers who are younger than him because he's literally their big bro. But Wiz and Drake were peers. I was going to say Wiz was popular before Drake, but Drake was like popular in 2008. Let me see, So Far Gone. When did that come out? So Far Gone, Drake. That came out February 2009. Wiz, if I remember correctly, was popular before Drake. Like I knew people listening to Wiz before Drake, but they're so close that it's not even worth differentiating. We'll say Wiz and Drake were popular at the same time. Wiz and Drake were popular before Cole, and they were popular way before Kendrick. Like these guys were already popping. So Wiz is Drake's peer. What Drake will try to do is Lil Bro you. Like, yo, I'm more popping than you, right? I'm more popular. I'm signed to Young Money. Like our movement is crazy. I'm gonna take your chick. I'm gonna smash your girl, right? I know you're mad, but I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. So I already Lil Bro'd you by messing with your chick. I might have name dropped her in a song, put her in a video. Now here comes the Lil Bro move right there. That's just a dick move, right? But here's a Lil Bro move. I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. Here's a feature. I'll hop on one of your songs, but by the way, I'm gonna own the royalties to that song. Or yeah, you can come on tour with me. I'm not coming on your tour. I'm not doing a special date or a guest for you. You can come on my tour and open for me. This is what he does to people. This is what he does to people. This is probably why a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people who have worked with him specifically, this is probably why they're not really too fond of him right now. Wiz Khalifa is like, I refuse to be Lil Bro'd by you. You invite me on your tour, cool, but I have a tour going right now. I have a tour. Now we can do like some special dates, but then I need to be paid. Like, we're peers, and I'm not gonna let you Lil Bro me or strong arm me. So this is like, a lot of people don't give Wiz credit for some reason. When you talk about Big Three, Wiz Khalifa, doesn't he have the most viewed song on YouTube? Let's see. What is the most viewed song on YouTube? Oh, Baby Shark Dance. Of course. Let's go with rap song. Yeah, See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. Released in 2015, part of the Fast and Furious 7 soundtrack. It has 5.5 billion views. Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. So a lot of people don't give Wiz Khalifa the credit. He's a platinum selling artist. He had his own movement, and I'm gonna make my last point, and he has the most viewed rap song. Probably the most viewed song. I know Baby Shark is big with, the kids, but most viewed rap song, 5.5 billion, not million, B. And here's the thing that makes Wiz so special from that era. You had all these other guys. You talk about Big Three, you had Kendrick. Kendrick used Drake. He got on Drake's first album. He got on tour with Drake, and he put Drake on his first album on the song Poetic Justice. Say what you want. I've only said facts. So you can feel how you want to feel about that. That's facts. J. Cole used Drake in the morning on the Friday Night Lights mixtape. Was J. Cole ever on a Drake album? I don't know. Can't remember. But he used Drake, and he uses them to this day. I mean, going on tour and doing guest features, that's all fine, right? All these guys use Drake, or if they didn't, they would have liked to. Wiz Khalifa had the opportunity, but did not. And during that time when Drake was on his reign, like of just straight dominance, I would say that's from 2009 to about, let's say when Views came out, 2009 to 2016. You was either with Drake's movement or you wasn't. Like, he was the biggest. This is like one of the all-time great runs in hip hop history. It's up there with DMX when he released 2 albums the same year. It's up there with Kane from the late 80s. Or when was Kane? When was Kane? 80s, right? It's up there with the great runs, Drake's 09 to 2016. If you was in the way, you was getting barreled over, man. Like, you didn't drop the same week Drake dropped type stuff. You tried to be somewhat adjacent to him to kind of feed off of his fan base. The thing that makes Wiz Khalifa special, and I ended on this. Wiz Khalifa not only never used Drake, he never used the stimulus package. He's like, I don't want it. It's not like he could have used, he didn't even have the option to use it. He's like, I don't want it. He had his own movement also, Taylor Gang, that kind of didn't compete with the Young Money movement, but it was there during the same time. And he accelerated, he excelled during Drake's run, which there are only a few artists you can name who actually got more popular. Started around the same time as Drake and got just as popular in songs and in hits as Drake. There's not many people who did that unless they got help from Drake, like a Rick Ross. Don't look back at Wiz's career and be like, man, he has some great mixtapes. Cushion Orange Juice, Burn Off the Rollin', How Fly, Star Power, Flight School, Prince of the City, Grow Season. We gonna look back at that and then look back at when Drake was excelling in rap and being like, yo, Wiz also excelled. Like, his movement did not get stepped on by Drake at all. And a lot of rappers from that era cannot say that. So anyways, I mean, what's y'all favorite Wiz Khalifa mixtape album? You know, we got the Rolling Papers album. We got the Taylor Alderdice mixtape. I think that was a mixtape. I really like the 28 Grams mixtape. That was a great mixtape. The Cabin Fever. Wiz has like a really good discography. We talk about Big Three. Obviously, the Big Three doesn't change. It's Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. But from that era, if you were to make a separate Big Three, just really great artists, you got to put Nicki, you got to put Wiz, you got to put Future. Like, Wiz is up there is what I'm saying. So anyway, what do y'all feel about Wiz Khalifa? Favorite Wiz Khalifa project? Put it in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.